Hi everybody, I'm Antonio Giordano and I work for Pixel. I am the tutor of the International Master in European Project Planning and Management. Nice to virtually meet you. The 11th edition of our Master will start on Monday 17th of October and the classroom-based part of the Master will continue up until Friday 16th of December. So we will stay together for almost 2 months and it will be my pleasure to guide and to support you during the entire length of the Master. I'm currently in the classroom where the master will physically take place. But as you probably know, this edition of the master has been conceived as an hybrid edition, which means that there will be online and on-site participants. Our master has always been conceived as a highly practical master with a strong connection, dialogue, exchange amongst all the participants. In this case, the dialogue, the exchange, will be also between on-site and online participants. For this reason, all the participants, online and on-site participants, will be asked to use the tools that we created specifically for the master. In particular, the master will use a specific training website, the EuroPlan portal, which incorporates an e-learning training platform, which incorporates the Zoom services for the video conferencing. Let's start step by step to see the tools available for the master. First of all, the Pixel training website, which is EuroPlan, the EuroPlan portal. This is a portal which has several functionalities, but above all, it contains the direct access to the training platform where the master will take place. The link to the current EuroPlan portal has been sent to all the participants in our master. From the EuroPlan portal, you can access the e-learning training platform which has been created specifically for the master. You will have to click on Digital Learning Space. Once you click on Digital Learning Space, then you will access a password-protected platform where the training will take place. So in order to finalize your access to the virtual learning space, to this e-learning platform which has been specifically created for the master, you have to fill in the two boxes available, putting your username and password. The username and the password you have been provided with in a separate email which contains all the information about your access in the classroom of the master. In this case, I'm using my own username and password. Once you fill in the two boxes, you have to click on Proceed. Once you click on Proceed, you will finally enter the virtual learning space, the e-learning platform, which immediately recognizes you as user. In this case, welcome Antonio Giordano. The first step you will be asked to carry out is to fill in your presentation form. So you click on Presentation Form and you fill in all the boxes or almost all the boxes presenting you. It's a kind of business card within the EuroPlan e-learning platform. It is important because all the other participants in the master will have access to your business card. So it will be a preliminary step in order to know each other, in order to present yourself. And this will increase the network of alumni which has been created in the 10 previous editions of our master. Now let's move to more practical aspects. I think you are more interested in the course program, so you click on course program and now you will see how the course program has been organized. So the classroom-based part of the master is organized in module. As you can see, there are several modules. There are modules lasting for 1 week, other modules lasting only for few days. So the length of the modules is variable. Even more, there is the number of the module, in this case 1.1, the title which has been assigned to that specific module, in this case analysis of EU policies and funding opportunities for 2021-2027, and the trainer in charge of that specific module. As you can see, there are trainers who cover more than just one module. For example, Elisabetta Delle Donne is in charge of two different modules, Module 1.2 and Module 2.1. Currently, the program is not complete, and as you can see, there is nothing more than the name of the module, the number of the module, the name of the trainer, and the date for that specific module. This because we still have to start, and obviously once we start the master there will be something completely different. For this reason, I also created a fake version of the program pretending that the master already started. So now I will ask for a kind of imagination, an effort in terms of imagination from your side in order to pretend it is a different day to the one you are currently watching this tutorial, and we are pretending to be during the master program. The master program is already on. Let's see the difference between the current program, the one that you will access to as soon as you will receive username and password, and how the course program will look like once the master will have already started. And within this fake edition that I created, I put some dates which are not the correct ones, because according to what I did for this fake edition of the master, it started last Friday 8th of October and today it is Monday 11th of October. So on Monday you will find the correct dates and the correct program of the master. But this fake edition, the 11th, is quite useful for you because you can see what happens for the ongoing lesson, for the lessons which have been already carried out, and for the upcoming lessons. First of all, within the section course program, you will access the program of the master. As you can see, the master is divided into modules 1, 2, module 3, and so on. Each module has a specific title, so you will find the number of the module, the title of the module, and the trainer in charge for that specific module. About modules, I would like to specify that not all the modules have the same length. There could be some module lasting for 1 or 2 days, like module 1 in this fake edition of the master. There could be module which lasts for an entire week, like module 2, which starts on 11 October 2021 and finishes on Friday 15 of October. So the length of the module is variable, and even more, not all the modules have just one trainer. Better, I would say that there are some trainers who have more than just one module. For example, if we go within this fake edition to the week starting on 18th October until 22 of October, you will see module 3, module 3, module 3, and module 4 with the same trainer. So the length of each module could be variable. Even more, there could be trainers in charge of more than just one module. Let's see what happens for today, and let's pretend today it is Monday 18th of October. So you filled in the 2 boxes with username and password, you clicked on course program, and now you want to enter the teaching room. As I said before, the virtual learning space incorporates Zoom. I'm pretty sure that you are familiar with Zoom. Even more, all of us, we became more familiar in using Zoom during the pandemic. For those who never used Zoom, the current tutorial should be enough in order for you to understand what you will be asked to do in order to access the teaching room. The second point is that in order to access the teaching room, you will be asked to have and to use a Zoom account. Again, I'm pretty sure that all of you have already a Zoom account. If you don't have one, you are kindly asked to create your own account. And when I say own account, it would be better for you, for all of you, to use your personal account, because your name and surname will appear within the teaching room. The third point, before entering the teaching room, you should disable any ad blocker which could disable you from opening multiple windows within a specific internet browser. So once you disable any kind of ad blocker, you won't have to do it again every day. So once you disable your ad blocker, now you are ready to enter the teaching room. So you will have to click on entering teaching room, and then Zoom will immediately start. Here I am. Hi, now you can see me. On Monday, I will be happy to see all of you. So once you click on entering teaching room, there will be this Zoom pop-up which asks for a confirmation. You will have to join the classroom with video. Even more, you will have the opportunity to access the teaching room with the audio of your laptop. This will be your learning space. This will be your virtual classroom. And I will go briefly through some of the settings which are offered by Zoom. First of all, you can decide to mute, unmute yourself, which is quite simple. As starting from next Monday, there will be several participants within the classroom, then you will be asked to mute yourself, because if all the microphones are activated, there could be some background noise which could be kind of annoying. But if you want to make a question, if you want to express your doubts, if you don't agree with what the trainer is explaining, you can just decide to unmute yourself and to speak directly within the classroom. You can stop the video, you can start the video, and on Monday you will be asked to have the webcam on for the entire length of the master. Some other settings for Zoom. There is the list of participants. Now it is just me, but on Monday there will be several participants in the classroom. Then we have the chat. About the chat, you can decide to type a message to the entire classroom. You have a doubt, you have a question, you disagree with the trainer, you can write here your doubts, your question, and so on. Everybody within the classroom will have the opportunity to read your message. Even more, for example, if you want to make a question to the trainer, but you don't want the entire classroom to read your message to the trainer, you can just choose here the specific person you want to write to, and then you can send a private message to that specific trainer or colleague of yours. Share screen, you will have, if possible, if required, the possibility to share your screen. You will have the opportunity to record the entire lesson on your computer, but about the recording, I will speak later about this further opportunity which is offered by our master. And then you can also set a reaction to a specific part of the training. For example, you can be happy, you can be confused, you can raise your hands. Again, if you want to make a question, if you want to express your doubts, you can raise your hands before asking directly to the trainer. About this, I would say that the kind of relationship between each specific trainer and the entire classroom should be defined and will be defined at the very beginning of each training with a specific trainer. There are some trainers who have no problem in being interrupted during their lesson, so you can just unmute yourself and make your question. There are some trainers who don't want to lose the flow of the lesson, so you could use the chat or you can raise your hands, and it will be the trainer to have a look to the chat, or it will be me to remind the trainer about the fact that there is a pending question from the audience. Again, it will be defined from the very beginning with each specific trainer. Even more, you can work on the different view. This is something much more personal. For the instance, you have no opportunity to see how the view changes if I choose speaker gallery or full screen, because it is just me in the classroom. But again, those are personal settings that you can define on your own. And then you can leave the classroom. I will say bye for the instance, and I will keep on describing the virtual learning space. I'm back to the course program. As you can see, the ongoing lesson is blue, and you find the name of the module and you find the title of that specific module, as well as you find the name of the trainer. What happens for the lessons which have been already carried out? So you will find some extra buttons I'm going to explain. And we are back to the main course program section within the virtual learning space. So as you see, also from a chromatic point of view, there is a main difference between a lesson which was already carried out and the ongoing lesson, and between the ongoing lesson and the upcoming lessons. So let's focus on the ongoing lesson. It is blue. You can enter the teaching room, and we already saw together how to access the teaching room. You have the number of the module, the title of the module, and the name of the trainer. Here, if you click on materials, you will have the opportunity to see this extra box, learning resources materials. All the trainers in the master have been asked to provide participants with extra materials which could be useful for their training. I'm speaking about handouts, external sources, link to external resources, other documents, and so on. All the materials which will be provided by each specific trainer will be put by me in a specific folder on Dropbox. All the folders will have the same title as the title of the module for each specific trainer. This means that once there will be some learning resources materials which have been made available by the trainers, you will find a link here. Clicking on that link, you will access the specific Dropbox folder where you will find the materials which were provided by each specific trainer. Let's go back to a lesson which was already carried out, the first module within this fake edition of the master. There are some extra buttons we didn't see for the ongoing lesson. They are test and evaluation. Test. At the end of each module, and again, the length of the modules can be variable. Anyway, at the end of almost all the modules, you will be asked to carry out a test. Each test is composed by 10 questions with 3 possible answers for each question. Obviously here it is just an example. You can choose, confirm, and go to the next question, and so on. Anyway, there will be for each test 10 questions, 3 options. One is the correct reply to the question, and this is our Pixel way to check the skills and the knowledge you developed within each specific module. On the other hand, there is an extra evaluation that you will be asked to carry out at the end of each module. In this case, it is your evaluation about the training. because if we click on evaluation, then you will be asked for a specific module to provide us with your feedback about training contents, methodologies, skills of the trainer, and even more, you will have the opportunity to leave a comment about that specific lesson, that specific module, that specific trainer, because we totally think that your feedback is important for us in order to develop our services, in order to check the performance of each specific trainer, and you are the main user of each specific lesson, and we completely trust your comments about a lesson, a module, a trainer. Even more, let's go back to what I said before within the classroom. As I said, you have the possibility to record the entire lesson, but even more, here, now there is no button, but as soon as we will start, by the end of the first training day, you will find a specific button. Anyway, each specific lesson will be recorded, and all the recordings will be available by the end of each training day. It means that, for example, you didn't understand exactly one concept which was developed within a specific lesson, or you had to leave 5 minutes earlier, or you didn't attend at all that specific lesson. Clicking on the recording, on the streaming, you will have the opportunity to see the entire lesson or part of it. Part of it, because I will do my best in order to create more recording files and to rename them after the contents of that specific recording. So, for example, there will be, for example, Module 2, Financial Management, Monday, 11th of October. Again, we are speaking about this fake edition of the master. There will be a recording of that specific lesson, morning session, afternoon session, or if possible, there will be more files. Morning session part 1, morning session part 2, so that if you just missed a part of the lesson, it will be easier for you to identify the parts that you want to watch again, you want to attend if you didn't attend that specific part of the training. This is an important and useful tool for all the participants, for the on-site participants, for the online participants, for the asynchronous participants. The upcoming lectures, as you can see, in terms of chromatic difference, the main difference, they are white, but the title of each specific lesson is gray. It is not blue as for the lesson which was already carried out. So more or less, this is how the course program section works within the virtual learning space. Let's move to the following section, which is virtual rooms. It is another way to access the main teaching room, because from here you can directly click on main teaching room and then enter the teaching room. Information boards. As the classroom-based part of the master will last for 2 months, so we will have the opportunity to stay together for a long period, there could be some messages that Pixel wants to share with the classroom, with all the participants in the master. So this will be a kind of section within the virtual learning space where we will post our messages, our news to be shared within the classroom, with the entire classroom. The final button within the left side of the virtual learning space is just the logout. So every day you can log out, and the following day you will have to log in order to enter the classroom. I will log out from the current tutorial because this was the last piece of information I wanted to share with you. I look forward to meeting all of you. For the instance, enjoy this presentation and see you soon. Bye.